I'm Kaida, if you're new here. And if you're looking to grow, maximize your African fashion business, as well as discussing different topics to do with African fashion or Kenyan fashion, this is the channel for you. So please subscribe if you find value and only if you want to. So today's video is an interview that I'm conducting with one of my favorite up-and-coming designers from Nairobi, Kenya. Her name is Beth, and her brand is called Beth Couture. Her take on fashion, her take on African fashion, I thought was very interesting, and when I saw her social media pages, I just had to talk to her and work with her. So over the 2021 December holidays, I traveled to Kenya and I was able to have a whole photo shoot featuring the works of Beth Couture. And within this video, I will be showing you those clips and pictures, as well as talking to the designer herself and seeing how she got started in the business and what her challenges are, and a number of other topics that I'm sure will come up and you will find interesting. So make sure you stay all the way to the end of the video if you don't want to miss a thing. One of my very, very favorite up-and-coming designers. I think you've done such a good job with social media, and your take on fashion and your take on Kenyan fashion, I think, is interesting and something that needs to be discussed and talked about. But before I let so much out of the bag, I would like to let you introduce yourself and your brand, and you can tell us when you got started. Maybe start where you're from. Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me. My name is Beth Kaeke, and I am the founder of Beth Couture. So I'm from Kenya, based in Nairobi. That's where also we do our production from. That is from Nairobi. I went to Mary Hill Girls High School. It's in Thika. Yes, I also went to Kenyatta University for my undergraduate. I did statistics, Bachelor of Science in Statistics.
So you are, when him saw me, when he chopi. Unapenda vitabu sana na mathematics. So how does a statistician, now try to say that 10 times, statistician, how does Kizungu si ni ngumu. How do you become a fashion designer? How do you get those two fields married into one person? How does that happen?
So my passion for fashion started way back when I was young. My mother was a tailor. So I think I would say I saw her stitch. I saw her teach other girls how to stitch. And I didn't have siblings, so my company was other girls who are being taught how to sew. So the only thing I would play with were, the scissors, the pattern papers, tape measure, the rulers. So it is stuck in my mind. Yeah, so that's I would say maybe apprenticeship. Yeah. Mother,
So
yes.
you had that foundation from an early age. Cherehani was your friend, basically. That is really awesome. So starting from you growing up around fashion, growing up around creative people, your mom is a creative person, obviously, to be able to make clothing for other people. How did that become, I'm going to campus to study statistics? Was it something that, somebody told you that's the safe thing to do? Like, what happened there where you didn't say, okay, I'm going straight into fashion because I already have this background? What made you go to campus?
What do I say? You see, there are some courses that you don't tell your parents that you want to do and they support them. So I knew, for me, I knew, I didn't even mention it. I knew it wouldn't be possible for me to mention that. And considering that I had good grades, so quite acceptable. And I also love maths. I love maths. So for me, it was not an issue to go and do mathematics in school or rather statistics. I knew I would still catch up with fashion.
Yeah, because you already had that background in you. It wasn't like you're going to be starting from grade one, like most people would have been.
Yeah.
That is really interesting. So, are you doing anything with the statistics right now? Are you working, or is it like fashion 100% your job now?
I'm working, I'm doing statistics, I do data analysis for an organization here in Nairobi. Yeah, so yes, I practice it.
Awesome. So you, not many people can say they're doing what they went to campus for, as well as following their passion. So I think that is like you are very, very fortunate to be able to do both. It's cool.
I I love statistics. I just love research. It's fun. I enjoy doing it until maybe one day, some years to come, maybe I'll just decide to quit.
I think people always are evolving. What you are liking today might not be what you're interested or liking in a year or two. So yeah, being able to follow your passion and having the freedom to do that is a wonderful thing that we should all be striving for. So that's awesome. Do you have any favorite African designers?
Yeah, definitely. Here in Kenya, my favorite is Helen Tobat. Another one in Uganda, she's called Fatuma Hasha. Yes, I love their work. Their work is simple but elegant.
So what do you think the Kenyan fashion landscape is looking at like compared to maybe Nigeria or South Africa? Like compared to other African countries, where do you think Kenya ranks in fashion, in the fashion world basically?
I would say Kenya has the potential. We have potential, but we do not have good platforms. And I would also urge my fellow Kenyan designers that we be original, because most of the time we want to copy what is already out there, especially we want to copy from the Western countries. We can still go back to our culture and research and come up with something new.
Let's talk about your brand. What is the name of your brand? And if somebody is interested in your creations, where would they go to find you? Tell me everything.
Okay, so our brand is Beth Couture, and you'll find us on Instagram, you'll find us on Facebook, the same name, yeah, the same name, that is Beth Couture. You'll find us on TikTok, and where else will you find us? You'll find us on Twitter. Yes, those are the platforms that you'll find us.
So let's talk about social media a little bit. I've realized like you are on many of the major social media platforms that are popular with the youth in Kenya. Was there did you start all of them at the same time? Was there a formula? How did you come up with your social media and like social media strategy? I'm not saying give us all your secrets. I'm just saying for somebody who's starting out, yeah? Let's help each other out. For somebody who's just getting started in the fashion industry and they want to put their work out there, what would you advise them to do as far as their social media presence is concerned?
One, you start where you are. You asked me a question where I started. So back then, I just started with my personal account, that was Facebook, because I started by posting what I made for myself. Then the comments were, oh, that is good, can you do that for me? And that's how the business began. So from there, I opened the Facebook page, then the Instagram page, then the TikTok account. But I would say start wherever you are. Again, you don't pay to open those accounts. They are free. So go ahead and open them at the same time. And how to get started, be consistent. That's all. Just post and post oftenly.
Consistency is key. That is a very good piece of advice that I myself need to take. And I think a lot of people, especially if it's a side hustle, a lot of people struggle with consistency, because if you have a job that is, demanding your time, some people have children and families, it is very hard to be consistent with that. So do you have any tips for people who are struggling with consistency when it comes to their social media?
I would just say that everyone has 24 hours. Just about time management. It's never easy to post. It's never easy to work. You see, posting is working. You're working for your hand. There's no job, there's no work that is easy. But I would advise that may your passion give you the zeal, to work on it. May the passion that you have for your brand give you the zeal to wake up and post, to wake up, work on something, take photos and post. It's all about your passion and the zeal to do it, but it's never easy. So, and time management. Manage your time. Have 24 hours. I personally have 24 hours. I have an 8 to 5 job. Those are 8 hours. I take 8 hours to sleep. I have an extra 8 hours to work for my brand. So it's possible.
That is very good. If that was ever a motivator quote, we have to put that on a poster somewhere. It is possible. You can do it if you have to have the zeal for it.
The zeal, just don't be lazy.
Yeah. You cannot, especially if you're following your passion, you have to be able to plan, even if it's not something it can happen tomorrow. Look at 5 years, look at 10 years. Make sure every step you're taking towards that end goal, and not just trying to pray and maybe wake up one day and you have made it. It's always an incremental work towards an end goal.
Yeah, it's called the power of process. Yes, there is a process. You'll have to start, fail, wake up, continue, fail again, wake up, it's a process. Yeah.
Tell me about your materials. Like, what is your favorite fabric to work with, and why do you like to work with that fabric?
Okay, funny enough, or strange enough, I do not have a favorite fabric. Why? Every fabric has a purpose, or it fits well in a certain area, or rather in a certain design compared to the other. So I never have a favorite fabric. Depends with what are we sewing, what is it for what occasion, what is the design, what is the best fabric that will fit that occasion.
Where do you source your fabrics? Where do you find them? Because you're a Kenyan designer, so maybe there's somebody in Nairobi you might be able to help. And because I know a lot of up and coming designers, up and coming tailors are struggling a lot when it comes to finding affordable fabrics, when it comes to finding just material to work with, yeah? So where would you direct somebody for something that's affordable, that might not be known to everyone?
Now that's a bit tricky. It's not fun.
That is a trade secret you can't divulge.
No, I mean, what the place that I know that is affordable. Everyone knows that place. Yes. So it's not that it's not known, and that is Isili. Isili is the most affordable place you'll get your fabrics compared to other places like, Kilimani, Westi, what's the other name? Ngong Road. They're a bit higher on the other side compared to the Eastland. So easily I get my fabrics from easily.
And the quality is the
Again,
same? Is comparable, the quality?
no, it's not. I will not lie. But again, you have to be careful. You see, at the end of the day, we work with what do I say? We'll work with your majority of your clients. The majority of clients, or rather, the majority of Kenyans, they would afford. What do I say? It's taking me back to the curve. You know the distribution curve. You a curve. So a curve is always it's more distributed at the middle. So most of the people fall at the middle. So most fabrics that are affordable and most clients that we have afford fabrics from Italy.
Oh, I'm hearing something here. No, I'm hearing something I think that might be very important to point out to those who are up and coming, yeah? What you're saying is work with what your clients can afford, or make sure when you're creating something, have the person you're creating for in mind, not just go off on your own ideas, but make sure that you're also catering to your clients, because then they determine the fabric you use.
Yes, very true. Your target audience will determine what you need. So if your target audience can afford 10,000 per piece, then go to Westlands, go to Kilimani, go to the high end. You can even import your fabrics. If we are working with the majority, that is the normal curve distribution, then you'll get your fabrics in town, that is Nairobi textile. You'll also get your fabrics in Italy.
Are your clients mostly, are you making ready made, or is it custom made for your clients?
For my clients, strictly it's custom made.
They come with their own fabrics, so you are the one who are providing the fabrics for them?
Depends. If they have their own fabrics, they can bring it. I accept. If they don't have, we outsource for them.
I know that you have changed the name of your brand before.
Okay.
So, first of all, walk us through your registration, the registration process in Kenya for brands, like fashion brands, how expensive it is, how affordable it is, how accessible it is. That's the first question. The second question is, did you have to go through the renaming of your brand with the registration process all over again? How did that work for you? And let's go from there.
Yeah, so yes, it's accessible because you do it on your own. We have a platform that we call the eCitizen, where applications are made for businesses. So the first thing you do on that website, it's a government website, or rather a platform. You register your name. It's called a name search, because you cannot register a name that maybe it's already taken by another brand. So the first thing you ask to key in your name for the brand, then you pay around 850 Kenyan shillings for the name search. Then after some time, they'll give you feedback whether the name is available. Then from there, you can go ahead and register it as a business or as a company. To register as a business, I can't remember how much it is, but to register as a company, a limited company, it's a bit costly, from 20,000 shillings going onwards.
And can you touch a little bit on the advantages of one over the other?
Depends also with the how big your brand is, because because you see, if how do I put it? If your business maybe is not bringing that much, maybe you won't need to invest a lot of money. Again, depends with your vision. What is your vision? What are you looking at 2 years to come? If you're looking at, doing a very large production event for boutiques, for other companies, then go ahead and register your company. Register your business as a company, because you'll be required to produce such documents for you to be given a tender. If it's a business, you don't have to. You can open as another business. But if you already registered it as a business and you want it a company, then you upgrade and change the name from the business to, yeah. We have a ready to wear that is coming up. Nothing will change much. Simplicity and elegance remains. Our slogan is art, love, and passion. That's what we offer. We offer art, we offer love, and we offer our passion. So the line will just, to depict our slogan. We'll have simple but elegant outfits, and sana there'll be smart casuals. So my future project is the school, number one. It's open to everyone as much as you meet our eligibility test. Yeah, we don't have a physical school yet, but those are our future plans. But we've already started the training. We have our online students. We have the first lot. I have around 11 students. So the first class is just basics, and that is free class. It's free. Like, I'm not charging for that.
If I was interested, if anybody was interested in joining, so you're saying you have a first lot. So I'm guessing
Yes,
the classes are closed for now. Or is it rolling?
Yes, for now.
They're closed for now.
Yeah.
When is the next slot opening?
I will be opening the next lot when are we in September? In October.
So if somebody was interested in being a part of your next lot, where would they find information? Where would they find you? How would they come into contact with your training?
So we have a number for our fashion school. Maybe you can share the number with you. You just send us a WhatsApp text that you're interested in the classes. Then from there, we'll send you the screening questions. If you're eligible, we enroll you.
Deadline for October, like what is the deadline somebody should be contacting you by to be considered for that next slot?
We haven't yet put up the posters for the October classes because we have a class that is going on. By the end of this month, at least we should be having a number that will be ready to be enrolled in mid-October, because this class has been running since last week. That was 5th of September. It will be running until mid-October because it takes 6 months. Sorry, 6 weeks. Yes, 6 weeks.
So it has been such an interesting talk. I feel like this is not the last time we will be having such conversations, because I think there's still a lot we could discuss, not just from a standpoint of your branding or your business, but also in terms of the fashion climate in Kenya. Because I think the future of fashion lies in the youth, such as yourself, that you're starting your own businesses, you're also hiring people and also teaching people. This is the type of entrepreneurship that is going to build the country, and not just the big manufacturing type of businesses. So I think it's important for youth, young females, even young men who are in fashion to be able to be visible and say, hey, we are here, especially to the coming government, and say, hey, give us the money. We are right here. We need funding. We need all these things. It's good to find that visibility. So I think we should be having more conversations, and as well as just highlighting more and more young people who are coming into fashion and creating this economy where everybody is looking to hire themselves and being entrepreneurs as well. Not just waiting to be hired by somebody. You know, sometimes it's good to look for yourself. All right, that was such a great conversation. Thank you so much, Beth and Kaeke Beth Couture as the brand for joining me today. And if anyone is interested in seeing more of her designs, you can find her on her social media handles. So it's Kaeke Beth Couture on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So yeah, the big three. Basically, you'll find her there. And with that, I thank you for joining this this interview, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.